Last year, I made a video where I talked about bullet hell and bullet heaven games that you don't want to miss. Of course, they were top 10, and in today's video, I'll be talking about 6 games that you don't want to miss that are bullet heaven and bullet hell type of games. So, let's get into the intro. Hi and welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Vashiral and this is Taleplay, and in today's video we'll be talking about 6 bullet heaven or bullet hell type of games that you don't want to miss. Of course, some of them are from previous years and some of them are from this year. So this list is not from worst to best or anything like that. It's just games that stuck out to me and I'm looking forward to play. Some of them I have them in my library, other games I have them in my wish list. So without that out of the way, let's get into the list. So the first game that is on this list is called Tiny Rogues. Tiny Rogues is a challenging fantasy roguelite bullet hell dungeon crawler type of game with RPG elements. What's unique about this game is the fact that you build new unique characters every single run and you fight your way through hordes of monsters and try to get through as many rooms as possible. It reminds me a lot of Binding of Isaac, but of course the art style is a lot more minimalistic. There are elements that remind me of games from the early 90s and stylistically really stands out compared to other games on this genre. This is the type of games that people really love, and even if this game is in early access, it is overwhelmingly positive on Steam and there's so many praise going forward in this game. It has a lot of potential and I think it is a great roguelike bullet hell or bullet heaven type game that you don't want to miss. Now, for sure, I will play this game on my Steam Deck. I think this game is perfect for that, and all the games that I'll be sharing going forward are the same thing. So let's move on to the next one. Another overwhelmingly positive game is Brotato. Yes, this game has been talked about by many and it is reviewed by many people. It's a very popular title in this genre, and if you have never heard about this game, well, Brotato is a top-down arena shooter roguelite, just as similar as the Binding of Isaac, at least in the style of seeing it from a 2D perspective, kind of top-down in a way, and you wield up to 6 weapons and you try to fight through all these hordes and survive as much as possible. You get to choose through a variety of traits and items to create unique builds and survive until the very last. So I thought that I should throw this game up there because I haven't talked about it in the top 10 list, and I'm pretty sure other people have mentioned it before. So there you go. Brotato or Brotato is the game for you. It goes very cheap. It's only £4 and I think it's really worth picking this game up. It's perfect for your Steam Deck. It's verified, and the great thing about this one, it's not in early access, so you can enjoy this game fully. Now the next one isn't as popular as the other two, and this is called Sea of Survivors. What I really like about this game is its art style. It is much more different than any other game on this list, where you play as a pirate, you're navigating ships, and of course, as any other bullet hell or bullet heaven type of game, you try to avoid as much as possible having contact with other enemies. In Sea of Survivors, you can sail your ship in any direction, but you can never stop moving. Evade and destroy hordes of pirates and sea monsters to gain experience, level up and choose upgrades for your ship, discover mysterious curses, unlock unique treasures, and fight for survival. Pretty much the standard type of bullet hell. So if you like pirates or you wanted something that definitely looks different, this type of game, it is surely unique in its own way, even if it's part of the same genre. It is in early access, unfortunately, but you can pick it up for as little as £4, maybe $5-6 in the US. I'm not entirely sure. Currently is not that well reviewed, meaning that 80% are on the positive side. There are still some people sharing mixed reviews regarding this game, and that could be because of the early access is lacking a few couple of things like not enough content and so forth. But as I said, if you are interested in this kind of games and you want to play something on the Steam Deck, a very easy run, this is definitely worth checking out. Thank you so much for watching until now. Of course, if you want to show your support to this channel, all you have to do is hit that like button button. And as well, if you're new to the channel or you've been a reoccurring viewer, what you can do to help this channel to grow to 1000 subscribers is to hit that subscribe button. And as well, if you want to receive other videos just like this, turn on the bell notification so that you will never miss a single video that we share. That being said, let's get back to the rest of the list. Now, to switch up a little bit the genre, we're gonna go in a first-person roguelike bullet heaven or bullet hell type of game. This is different than the other games that are more top-down. So basically, this is a fast-paced first-person shooter where you are trying to survive and take less damage as possible. And this game is called Roboquest. It has been, if I remember right, on a bundle, on the Humble Bundle choice not too long ago, or maybe I got it from a bundle on Humble Bundle. I'm not entirely sure, but the game is actually underrated. Not a lot of people know about it, or not a lot of people have actually tried it. There's roughly about 10,000 of players who tried this game and have rated it overwhelmingly positive, which is great. You're a boted guardian ready to kick some butt, fight with your buddy or by yourself, and annihilate hordes of deadly bots in ever-changing environments. So it does have some procedurally generated environments, and honestly the art style looks really nice. It reminds me of Borderlands for some reason and similar games like that. So if you're enjoying this kind of games and maybe you don't like the 2D types and you want something that you feel much more comfortable, you prefer shooters but also want to try this genre, you can definitely do so because it's worth checking this game out. The only difference compared to other games on this list is the price for this game. On, of course, the visuals, the work that was put in this one pays off, and it goes roughly about 15 bucks with a discount up to 20 bucks, and depending on your currency from wherever you are, it might be different. The next one is called God of Weapons, and this is the typical type of bullet hell or bullet heaven type of games, just that it gathering on you while hovering about and you're trying to survive as much as possible. It's very fast paced compared to other games on this list because you get dash and move about as much as possible. Of course, the weapons have an effect and you have abilities, and it is really cool. The description of the game goes as embark on a thrilling journey in God of Weapons, an action roguelike where you must ascend the Tower of Zor to reclaim the last light for the world. To survive the monster onslaught on each tower level, you'll need to obtain and carefully organize weapons and accessories in your inventory. So it does play with that kind of playing with your inventory just the same way as you see in Resident Evil or Dredge and other similar games that took inspiration from Resident Evil. So if you're into this kind of games, you would like to combine this kind of stuff, the game looks gorgeous. I really like the style and I would really like to play this game, so it's on my wish list. And as before, this game is playable on Steam Deck, but I'm pretty sure it runs fairly well as it is. It's fully out and you can pick it up for $5, depending on your location, could be $7 or euros. So yeah, it's pretty cool and I recommend it based on what I saw, and as well that I want to play this game whenever I get a chance. And the sixth game on this list is called Striving for Life Survival. This is a very small indie game that not a lot of people know about. It came out in December last year and I'm surprised that only 83 people have reviewed this game. It's very positive on Steam, and basically what's really cool about this game is that it combines the roguelike elements, bullet hell, and the skill tree that you see in games like Path of Exile. So you have a large skill tree to choose from, which is really cool and unique in my opinion. It's nice to have that ability and the RPG elements from other games, and this genre keeps on evolving and keeps on bringing new elements that makes it more and more interesting and addictive to play. Simply put, I think you should definitely check this game out. It has a very interesting art style, a little bit of hand-drawn combined with the 2D top-down look, and you get to experiment with 62 skills, 8 different player characters, 37 melee and range weapons to unlock, and have more than 30 unique enemies to explore. So the game is really good, and I'm surprised that not many people know about this title. So if you want to pick it up, it's very cheap. It's roughly about maximum, let's say $6 in US or in Europe if you want to pick it up, and I think it's worth checking out because it doesn't get enough love and it definitely deserves it. It has achievements, so you definitely can go ahead and hunt them down like I will. I have this game in my library, so I intend to play this one on my Steam Steam Deck. It is verified and it will run just fine. So as I said, and as I've been saying many times in this listing videos, we have a bonus game that we will be talking about. So for the bonus, we have a game that the developers reached out to me a while back and just let me know about this title. It wasn't on my radar in the first place because I normally don't search for this type of genres as active as possible, but the game is called Time Survivors and is the most historically inaccurate roguelike ever made. So you get to play as Lincoln, Tesla, Cleopatra, and other historical characters with their abilities and trying to survive. It's more of a gimmicky game, if you want to put it like that, or just for fun because of the characters being known as they are, but in the same time they have different kind of abilities and enhancements that, you know, play as an important role in trying to survive in this bullet heaven type of games with roguelike elements. And it resembles a lot Vampire Survivors in my opinion, so I thought that why not throw this game out there and let you know about it. It is going for roughly about $4. Right now it's $3 as it has 20% discount, and I thought that, you know what, it's worth checking the game out. Unfortunately, it has mixed reviews on Steam with only 132 people playing it. It's just that, you know, a couple of things that people struggle with, such as the contrast of the colors is a little bit hard on the eyes, the relics aren't even that great, and other power balances. So yeah, there's a couple of things that may have some issues that might be fixed overall, but yeah, other people say that this game should be in early access, so there you go. I think you should keep an eye for this game later on, maybe wishlist it when more things are happening, or give this game a try because it looks interesting as it is and it doesn't break the bank. So what do you think about this list? Let me know in the comments down below, and I will be looking forward to hear what you think about these games. Of course, I love this type of genre because they're so easy to pick up and play. They're simple, they have different kinds of mechanics to it that make each one different in its own way, and they're great on the Steam Deck. I'll be considering to make another video where it is more related for the Steam Deck, so this particularly was one that you can incorporate in your Steam Deck library if you're planning to play them over there. But of course, you can play them on PC, you can play them on your TV if you have a Steam Deck and you hook it up, or your laptop or anything like that. The choice is all yours. What I did, I just shared with you this list, so I appreciate for sticking around and watching until the end. Thank you once again for watching. My name is Vasha. This has been a Tellplay listing video, and as always, stay safe, take care, and happy gaming.